Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead.
Long live the king!
Yeah, long live the king, queen. I feel like we're gonna call this something else, and then someone's gonna accidentally click on it, and that's how they found it. What if you found out that somebody important died from a fucking shitty podcast that nobody listens to?
I would probably question the validity of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, go pause and go look at your news sources that you get.
Yeah,
Probably some embarrassing thing like TikTok. And
go straight to Fox News
Yeah.
and look at the front page. I guarantee you that's going to be plastered.
Yeah, probably all over the place.
The bitch is dead!
That's what they'll say. But she's not a bitch. She was great for
She was great.
what she did. Yeah, because it's a Supreme Court person. Unless she was never accused of diddling anybody, which is great.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, RBG did not diddle.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. When you said RGB earlier, RBG, I thought you said
GHB?
I thought you said RG3. I was like, no!
You were more upset about a shitty backup quarterback dying.
No, it was Ruth Ginsburg.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the really old person that had cancer?
Yeah, the person that should have died 5 times already?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I wish she would have died. She, cheated death multiple times.
She's pretty badass. But her story has a dark ending because, I mean, depending on how you look at it, you're fucked, right?
Did you hear what her cause of death was?
What?
She OD'd on heroin.
Oh! I would at that point. Just black tar going out like a champ. Here's why you're fucked. If you're a liberal, you're now freaking out about abortion and stuff.
Yeah, your shit has hit the fan if you're a liberal.
Yeah, and most importantly, you're thinking like, oh, we lost. Like he's gonna replace him before the election, and then we're stuck with him. And Biden can't even get a chance to veto him. Well, maybe they'd be stuck with him because the election won't fucking be satisfied or finished until March. And maybe, I don't know the rules on it, but maybe they'd already be in a certain amount of time, be confirmed, and then they can't kick him out.
Exactly.
So maybe, but also, Biden is not going to win.
Fuck no.
Trump is going to win.
I don't necessarily want Trump to win.
You heard that here first, yeah.
You heard that here first
I
months
just want to see the world burn.
Dude, it's gonna be chaos.
It's utter chaos. It's crazy. Now we look at this. We got fucking firestorms and like, what else? This hero dying.
Firestorms. Hero dying. COVID.
Yeah. COVID's like the main event.
Racism.
Racism is like the side dish.
Yeah. It's like it's
served up from the past.
It's like you're at a restaurant and they bring by. Oh, here's your order of racism. Oh, actually, we didn't order this. Oh, well, I already brought it out, so you can
eat it. We're not taking it away. You have to smell it. Look at it.
Could we send this back? Oh, we'll see. Because you didn't order it,
it's this uncomfortable thing that white people have to like acknowledge in some fashion, or disparage to their detriment.
Exactly. Either, or you have a third option too. It's like be the biggest advocate you can be, and go against it all. Be brave. And it's
what does that even mean?
I don't know. It means going out to
be an advocate and like marching and stuff.
Yeah. Here's the thought I just had. Yeah. If you go out to those marches and you're white and you're with people of color that are protesting, and it's their right to protest, sure, but probably amidst those protests, there's going to be a couple chants that they're going to be like, yeah, fuck all white people, and you're there next to them, and you're like. Yeah, and then you're like, I don't really feel that. You're like, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Yeah, that's what that starts to become.
Of Simps cucks, if you will. Whatever the alt-right calls them.
Yeah, QAnon forever, blah.
I don't know. I don't know how many places like groups are like that though that are marching, but maybe some hardcore BLM folks would probably would chant that around their white people that came there. Thanks all white volunteers. Devil children, beat them up. They're like, what? So I actually went to a restaurant with Patrice. We stumbled upon this Mexican restaurant, and months later, I read in the paper that diners were harassed there. That one in Adams Morgan.
Yeah.
Las Cuetes or whatever the fuck it's called. Las Cuetes. Pretty good.
Dios de Muertos.
Dios de Muertos. And we were outside Dios de Muertos, and it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was beautiful.
It was a fun day.
Yeah. But the same place got, like, harassed by these protesters that were, like, making people, like, say Black Lives Matter or whatever they were talking about.
Yeah.
And most of the diners are like, or I'll say it, okay.
I'll say it, leave me alone. I want to eat my food in peace.
Yeah, blah. And you're like, why would you say it?
It's because you're either with us
or
you're against
yeah,
us.
It's like, I'm just trying to eat my food, man. How do you know that I'm not donating money and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Even if I was donating money and stuff and my time to that cause, I still wouldn't be inclined to just say it because someone told me to.
Exactly.
I want to say something because I feel it or I believe in it. Because this was a free country.
Exactly. And that's a pretty big issue to just be like, oh, yeah, sure. Be like, hey, he's with us. Dude, it's because you just came up in my face and told me to say it. No, I didn't. Fuck you, man. What do you know against us?
I say this as someone that has black friends on both sides of the aisle politically. And so I've seen that people can just, in my world, side with whatever the fuck they want. And for the most part, they've been okay.
Yeah.
And my views could be warped because of that. But I feel that others are equally warped because they've experienced differently. And really, it all comes down to your own experience. And my own experience has been overall good because I am friendly to virtually everyone.
Yeah, as am I.
Imagine this, are returning their friendliness.
Regardless.
And then you become friends with them.
And then you break down barriers.
Exactly. And then it's just like, you could like... I facilitated a conversation between two friends of mine, one who has been on the show before, and one is black and he's farther to the right, and the other was like a little to the left, but like processing things, right? Like, what is really going on? Like, how should I feel? Like, I was like, honestly, man, like, don't pick a fucking side because they're just trying to use you.
Yeah.
They try to use everybody, but they specifically try to use certain demographics that they feel they need to get more votes out of in order to move their needle one way or the other.
Absolutely.
And like, don't be a statistic. Like,
no, I think if you pick a side, 9 times out of 10, or what it feels like is if you pick a side, you're automatically subscribing to whatever opinions, stances, or things they want to put forward in motion
for 4 years.
And you have to buy into it. It's like, I don't have to.
You can vote for someone and still hate them. That's what America's about.
Yeah.
You reluctantly stand in a line and hope that it's fucking short for anything.
Yeah.
You can get anything and do anything in a line. And we're so fucking spoiled in this country that we get pissed off about waiting in a line to do all the things.
God damn it.
There's so many freedoms, and we're like, I'm not going because there's a long line. And they're like, I'm not mailing it in because they're going to cheat.
I'm not mailing it in.
Both sides are complaining that there's going to be cheating. And guess what? There is going to be cheating
on both sides. Yeah.
So why complain about it if it's going to happen? We can't do anything about it.
Well, it's because I know it's going to happen. I want to complain. I want to be heard. And if you don't hear me, you're part of the problem. I fucking hate politics.
It's interesting
to joke about. It is interesting.
I just feel like it's a good thing not to get too swept up on unless you're going to run for office or be a campaign manager. Because otherwise, you're just fucking... You're a cog.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you get that worked up over a political thing that doesn't affect your bottom line money or your freedom directly, and not something that the media has distorted you into thinking affects your freedom, but something that truly deeply affects your everyday personal freedom and your freedom as a man or woman or child in this country going forward. If not, you're fucking believing a bunch of hype and you're stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're an idiot.
Do you not have other things to do with your time?
Right.
No, I'm going to be part of the movement. Yeah, what's the movement about? It's for Black Lives Matter.
Or it's for women. Or it's for this and this and that.
Okay.
Like having a fucking parade for women, like, what was it, a day after inauguration? Maybe you want to schedule that a little bit before?
Maybe.
And, like, sign up people to vote?
Yeah, sorry. Sasha said that her potato salad wasn't going to be ready for the after party. So we had to push it back a week because God knows her potato salad's great.
We need a potato salad. And then you make your hats, and that's great. Go make your fucking hats.
Go make your hats. I hope you sold those hats. Yeah.
get that cash money.
No, because they're
tax free.
It's not about it's not about the money.
It's always about the money.
It is always about. Yeah, we live in a capitalistic society. Everything's about money.
It sucks, but you have to like make it work for you because it's not going to change unless one side dominates the other, and then you're just going to be dominated by an oligarchy completely.
Yeah, and then
you're going to have to like stand in line for bread, like it happens in other countries.
Yeah, I don't ever see
much. Well, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to say I don't ever see us. Part of me wishes our political system would just fucking explode, and we would rebuild and have some hybrid of like communism, socialism, capitalism, and like just to see how people would react.
Like communism?
Just a sprinkle
of communism?
Yeah.
Look, a capitalistic society where you have some socialism, paternal, maternalism, whatever the fuck, whoever's in charge, ism with that is fine. I know what I'm talking about because I'm not a.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the exact word.
But like, compassionate capitalism isn't really real. Compassionate people who have benefited greatly from capitalism are real. Bill Gates.
Yeah.
He might be. I don't know. Maybe behind the scenes he's a total asshole, but he gives a lot of fucking money and time.
Yeah, it doesn't make it seem like that.
I mean, not like other people.
The U.S. and most countries around the world have a mixed economy. Yeah. So half of it's funded from entrepreneurs, and the other half is stimulated from the government. And it works. It's worked in the United States. People that are... I was kind of joking in a sense, saying, "Oh yeah, communism
that's the state-run
and socialism." Yeah, people don't want that. People in socialism, good fucking luck. It's not going to work in the United States.
It's stupid. And if you tax people 75%, you tax rich people 75%. All of them, just baseline tax super rich people. They're gonna fucking super leave.
They're gonna go to a tax haven country.
California's trying to like tax people on their way out if they want to leave California. Are you fucking serious?
So are you gonna trap them there? It's
like
okay, well,
as your tax base, like trap them as your tax base.
Yeah, it's like so your tax rate here, you qualify. You're in the demographic that's gonna pay 15 or 20% on your income tax. But if you want to leave, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to hit you 25%.
I want an honest breakdown of where it's going.
I would like to see that as well.
I give to people occasionally.
Yeah,
I told my friend who's doing a golf marathon thing for a charity. I didn't give to it, but it's because I didn't know about it. And I was like, be honest, man, I'd give you money today. It's a little late for it probably, but I'd hook you up today. But like, I'm not working right now, so hit me up next year. I'll probably be working, or I'll have more money,
and I'll donate.
And I'll definitely donate because I support you. He's my friend, singular, from college. Like, like he's great, and I wanted to support him. And he also was the person who took my call. The first person that I told that my former girl's dad passed away from suicide. And I was like, this is really awkward, but like,
I need to tell someone this.
I was like, I haven't been responding to the fantasy emails to draft. It was like an ongoing draft for days by email.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't been able to really do my drafting because I'm stuck here in Long Beach, and this situation is really fucked. He's like, well, what happened? I was like, whew, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have no idea how much that helped. Like, because I was so calm when I told him.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
good friend.
Yeah, good friend. His name's Mike. And anyways, what was I saying about rich people willing to help and stuff? I'd be willing to help if I knew where that shit was going. I don't fucking have any faith whatsoever in institutions at all.
Neither do I, because it's good.
Not government institutions, not churches,
not schools.
Definitely not schools.
Fuck no.
No, I no longer have any faith in like daycare programs.
No, I don't have faith in anywhere that I've worked.
I mean, Michigan State basketball is maybe the closest thing I have to an institution that I'm like, yeah,
these guys are good.
It's because they're true to their word. Tom Izzo's fucking amazing, but how often do you luck out to have someone in your family, at your job, in your government, or your local government, or your national government, or something, and like a sports team person, an athlete, someone you look up to, an artist or something? I've had Tom Izzo and Tom Petty, a great family, and I've had at least one boss who kicked ass. I'm done.
Yeah,
that's it for me.
You checked those boxes.
That's off. The rest of the people are going to be crap.
Most people probably can't say that.
So I mourn my losses, you know?
Yeah.
When they happen. Like when Tom Petty died, fucking bawled my eyes out.
Did you mourn Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
No, not at all. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
It didn't personally affect my life directly. It has to... The thing is, it has to be visceral. It has to be direct to me to get through my numbness that I experienced because of my mental health.
I agree.
Or I have to see it directly affect someone else.
Yeah, because then you can be empathetic.
Yeah, and I don't often see that because I don't get out in the world quite enough. And some of the things that I'm interested in do get me out in the world, like going to watch sports and meeting people.
Yeah.
I've met friends out. Like I'm going to watch the Bears game with someone I met like a year and over, like 2 years ago. I haven't seen since then.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're friends because we bonded over the Bears, and we had real conversations. I don't remember any of them. I don't know anything about them anymore. But it doesn't mean that it's not real, man.
It's all real. Man.
It's all real. But taxes. Tell me where it's going, where you intend. At least say where you intend for it to go.
Yeah, you lie to me. Lie to me. Yeah. Lie straight to my face.
Don't just collect it and do nothing.
I'd rather have them lie to me. And I just thought about this with Ruth.
Just say RBG.
RBG. With RG3. Dude, I want to see a picture.
We're tagging it.
I want to see a Ruth Bader Ginsburg from behind with her like stupid girl bun and then just a 3 on her.
There's more people turned out ironically for RG3's coronation than they did for this RBG thing because of the COVID. You know.
Yeah.
She's not gonna have it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, more people gonna get.
They're gonna do like a
with
Zoom.
Their masks on.
They're gonna do a Zoom funeral.
I'm such an asshole that I'm already annoyed by it.
I am too.
I'm so annoyed by it. If I look at Facebook and it's like, rest in power.
Here's what's gonna happen.
You didn't know her.
Exactly.
He didn't speak. You didn't watch C-SPAN every day. I listen to a Tom Petty song every day.
Yeah,
it's different.
There's there might be that one person out there that listens to it. Yeah. Well, what's gonna happen is the left is gonna see this as all right. Well, here,
you're gonna take away my
You're gonna take her away. We're gonna give her the biggest, baddest birthday or celebration ever, and we're gonna put her in your face. I guarantee you. See, every news outlet minus Fox is gonna just.
Fox will have something though.
They'll have something. It's not gonna be.
They'll have an hour instead of 5 hours.
It's gonna be so over the top. Here's her body going over the Key Bridge. Oh, such a sad day for the United States.
It's gonna shoot into space, man. She was a badass,
dude.
Put her in space. God, we make fun out of love. She was the fucking badass.
She was cool.
How long was she on the? I don't know. 30 years, 40
Probably
years,
70.
Longer than that. She was 87 years old.
She's old as fuck.
Yeah, she's almost as old as my grandma.
She outlived my grandparents.
Well, they weren't. She didn't have an important job at the end.
Apparently not.
Participating in raising you was like such an afterthought that they're just like, I'm piecing out of this joint.
Yeah,
fuck this, I'm out. Flick their cigarette. And it's fucking out.
Bitch, what do you think? What do you think her motive was for staying? Dude, she cheated death.
Oh, for staying at her job?
Yeah,
because some people are married to their careers.
Was she married at all?
I think so. Yeah.
Did she? Is her husband now deceased?
No, I don't think so. I think we should have fucking looked up her personal life or her record, but I don't really care.
I bet I know who her favorite football player was.
RG3? No, I mean, I care that we had someone that was not loathed by the right and universally beloved by the left, respected. Absolutely. I don't think Trump will immediately talk about replacing her, but because it would hurt behind the scenes, he's gonna fucking replace her.
Well, he's gonna replace her, and if it wasn't
gonna happen before the election, who knows?
If it wasn't probably so close to the election time, he'd probably come out and be like, "Oh, it's a national tragedy. She was the best, absolutely the best.
Yeah,
but
she was a pillar of this institution.
She's gonna be out of this office, and fucking 2 days from now, here comes what's his
Ted Cruz, baby,
Ted Cruz. I know him. We were great friends.
Great rivals, now we're friends.
Ted Cruz, myself, and Jeffrey Epstein, great pals. Good gosh.
Didn't kill himself. Liberal
murder. They should be blamed.
The Clintons.
The Clintons. Hillary Clinton. I saw her masturbating in the Oval Office once while Bill wasn't looking, and it was to a picture of me.
Dressed as Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Dressed as RG3. I mean, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh God.
Do you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg ever went to a Halloween party dressed as like an alligator and she was like, I'm the gator beta?
Yeah, probably.
Such a stupid idea.
I saw my buddy text me, the guy that's Black for Trump, and he was like R.I.P. Gator or something. Did you hear they got the Gator, or the Gator's done?
Gator, they got Gator.
They got the Gator. Yeah, it's. I mean, what do you really say? We were gonna talk about other shit, but like this came up and like kind of.
I mean,
at least for now, until we fucking peter out with it, it takes precedence because this
for sure 2020
is the most fucked year in our American,
probably since 9/11.
Since 9/11 outside of the crash and from the financial crash from it,
the supposed crash.
No, the financial crash from it and the actual tragedy, and then like determining what was next was still way less fucked than this year. Because you're dealing with a handful of thousands of people that perish versus 200,000 people.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather take. What if a plane took out the White House?
Yeah,
and it was terrorists.
It was going to. It was called United 93.
I'm saying, what if there's a United?
I mean, it was going to take the.
Okay, what if there's a United 94 and it's terrorists?
You know, it'd be United again. They're like,
oh, son of a bitch! We just took that loan from Deutsche Bank.
What are you gonna ask me, you fucking weirdo? Does that have sugar in it?
Fuck yeah, it does. You want some? Actually, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
It's zero sugar.
Can I take a sip of that?
Get in there.
Booze? This is not booze. This is...
Just kidding. It's
Rain Total Body Fuel. Mango Manic.
It's for people that have manic depressive disorder.
It should be manic. What if we just came up with a power drink called Manic, and it's just to like offset the drowsiness of your medication? We're gonna be rich!
Dude, let's do it! I'll mock up sketches next week.
Mock up the sketches. And no, we're not taking China money.
Fuck no. Well, Singapore?
Yes.
Thailand?
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely, but not China.
How about hear me out.
They're all made in America.
How about Hong Kong?
Yeah, we gotta support Hong Kong. Someone's got to.
On a real
LeBron James isn't supporting Hong Kong.
Dude, LeBron James,
he's gonna lose. I bet on Denver to beat the Lakers.
I'll place what time's the game start?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock? I will make a...
Eastern time.
I'll make a personal bet with you on the air. Ooh.
Pull up the things, and we'll physically make... Well, this is better mission, is intermission betting.
I will bet it on air. LeBron's gonna lose. He's gonna take the Lakers to the stadium and get booze. I
got Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6. He's gonna fuck your bitch. He's gonna go downtown and say China's the best.
6 or 7.
Alright, Lakers. Nuggets.
Oh yeah. No, they're I put 10 on it. It was plus 450. So that means it's $45 plus 10. So I get 55 back if they win the series.
That's not bad.
Well, yeah. I mean
that's pretty good.
The Lakers were minus 600, so you need to bet $600 to win $100.
Yeah, Lakers are at minus 7. Nuggets are at plus 7. The money line is minus 287 plus 250.
Oh yeah.
Over under 211. So, 211 points. Is that just for game 1?
Yeah, that's for game 1.
I
don't touch those. For
really?
NBA,
that's a toss-up, right?
Yeah, there's such toss-ups. You lose most of the toss-ups. Your brain takes you to the wrong thing because it's 50-50, but theoretically, but really your brain makes you less than 50-50 because you're going to take the wrong one plus the juice you usually get. So if it's something like that, if it's over-under, unless you're really good with over-unders, don't fuck with over-unders. If you're a gambler out there, don't fuck with over-unders.
Yeah, I see what you're saying because I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what you're actually saying.
Like, it's definitely the under, but no, the Nuggets don't have a great defense.
I was going to... Oh, fuck, yes.
But if the Lakers win, I don't think it's going to be close. I think they'll win by 13 or more.
It'll be... So they'll massively...
I like Denver plus 7, but I think the Lakers might win game 1.
So if it's +7, if
Yeah.
you were going to make, if you were going to put $10 on a +7, and the Nuggets win, you get $70.
No.
Okay.
That's the spread. So the 7 minus or +7 is how many points they'll
So
win by.
if the Nuggets, so if you're betting for the Nuggets,
if you bet 4 Nuggets, if they lose by 6 or less or win the game, you win the bet. If they lose by 7, it's a push, so nothing happens. You get your money back. And if they lose by 7 or more, the Lakers side wins that bet. And as for the money line is taking him to win straight up. So plus 287, you multiply that by, so it's like, say you bet $100 and you bet 2.87. You put a decimal before the first.
Oh, okay. See, I never knew that. We're giving lessons to the public here on betting.
Yeah, great. After RBG died, it's Sodom and Gomorrah is here, baby. We're betting.
What do you think the line is on how long before Trump replaces
3 days.
RG3? 3 days?
Yeah.
I would take over.
It's Friday. They will be ready by Monday.
They're probably ready now. You know,
they have to be. You have to be.
And to be honest,
no, I guarantee they are because they're on conservative. They have a plan.
They always do.
No, not always. They rolled out fucking McCain's corpse and fucking Sarah Palin. They don't always have a plan. They punted that one.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
They didn't have. Trust me, I think I'm admitting this for the first time, but I took a temp job just to get some money in a conservative like libertarian think tank, right?
Oh no, you told me that.
Yeah, but I didn't stick around because I liked the cause, but you just get a little taste of it and you pretend because you have to drink just a little bit of enough to poison yourself and not kill you.
Yeah.
Just so you can function. A little bit of immunity. So you can fucking function, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I met Will.
Ah.
The former. He's got a contribution for tomorrow. At the end, we'll talk about what tomorrow is all about. But anyways, I know that they don't always have a plan because I was part of that. Not planning, but knowing that part of the inside seeing they did have a plan. I remember telling Will, I was like, he was an intern and I was like a temp still. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I wonder what's going on in the conference room. I was like, because they want everyone in the conference room. I was like, it's a bad news pizza party. He's like, what? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad news.
And they laid off an entire... They were announcing that an entire department was no longer going to be needed, but they did it in what they thought was a smooth way that they're honoring them with fucking pizza.
With pizza.
And I was like... And he was like, you were right. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm right.
No shit.
I'm like, you just have to be detached and really
that's the thing.
Subversive, and you get it every time.
If you go through... If you suffer from mental illness, we're here for you. We have our own mental ailments, but I will say there's something to be said for going through life a little bit detached from reality.
Yes.
Because you get to see through the fucking bullshit so much easier,
you do.
I think.
Yeah, one thing that does get you, though, at least it's gotten me, is when you finally do decide to care, and it's a decision most of the time.
It is. I agree.
But when you pair it with, say, attraction to somebody, or a dream, one or the other. Sure. Or maybe your dream is to be with somebody and let the rest just sort its way out, like God sorted out, whatever. It's when you're naturally pulled to somebody, you do develop human feelings.
Absolutely, yeah.
Despite being detached,
we're not robots.
We're not robots, in fact. And we, especially on the manic depressive side of things, or if you're anywhere near that spectrum, you have a hyperdrive once in a while, or about certain things. Mine is just if I'm awake and not drowsy, I'm hyperdrive. It's one or the other. No, it's either locked in, when the mic's on, locked in, or I'm man, I'm kind of tired, or I'm just catatonic.
That's me.
3 modes.
I mean, I'm not.
Too, right?
I'm not manic depressive.
Probably not
officially, but I also think I have a lot of the tendencies.
I'm
somewhere on the spectrum.
You need to go to a fucking doctor.
I do, and I haven't gone in a while.
But
But I've taken the meds for
me too. But I'm
but you're legit. You're an OG.
I'm not an OG because I got it from a shitty couple of shitty or mediocre doctors that like were telling me these things. They gave me like fucking Seroquel in the fucking hospital, and the first doctor gave me Seroquel. But one time I got confused because I was on fucking Seroquel. I'm talking to the girl I dated that I was gonna allude to, and on G chat, and I didn't talk to her for a while, and I was just catching up a little bit. She was messaging me. And I was like, oh, I'm just I'll do this. And I took 900 milligrams of Seroquel instead of 300 milligrams, which was already probably way too much.
300's a lot.
I took fucking 3 fucking horse pills of Seroquel.
I feel like you could OD from that.
Probably. And I was up to 2 or 3 talking on the. I don't know why I didn't pick up the phone. I probably would have like fucking collapsed into a hole if I actually physically talked to her. And...
Did you think you were being like really smooth the whole time?
No, I didn't. The thing is, like, one of those stages where you can't handle having somebody, or at least that somebody with you.
Yeah.
But you are also not over it.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna not pick up the text, the G chats.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do something with it.
But you're out of it enough that you take thrice your medication, thrice times your medication.
Yeah.
And so eventually, what I'm telling you people is that even if you are detached like me and Patrice, you're going to have connections sometimes that maybe they're not stronger than other people's connections are in their mind, but because we're so detached most of the time, it feels that way. And with us, we've put it off, avoid it, whether intentionally or just naturally.
Yeah.
And when it hits you, you're just... Initially, the first few times and maybe every time it happens, you're completely unprepared for it.
Yeah, and you don't know how to deal with it.
That happened
right?
to me.
Yeah, that happens to me like on I shouldn't say regular basis, but it's like it's very minute things that are like, oh man, does
that keep you from like trying? Is that the thing that keeps you most from trying to like
put myself
meet
out there,
women and stuff?
Yeah, I don't, dude. I just build these. I think. Shedding back a couple layers of like defenses here. I think typically I go with the excuse, or at least my way of trying to reason through it is like, oh yeah, I just don't do it. Like I don't have the time. Which there may be a little bit of truth to that. It's like, oh, I don't think about it, but why am I not thinking about it? Right? Like
why are you not? Why don't you? Why isn't it something that seems to destroy you like it has and did in the past when I was your age and much older to me?
And it's not because
where's the difference? Because I know I tease you about it, but I don't think it's your reproductive drive. I don't think it's that.
No, I jerk off like twice a day.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. Yeah,
the drive's there, right?
Yeah.
If I was so depressed that wasn't happening, okay, sure, maybe we could fall back on that.
Well, it would be medication. That happened to me.
Granted,
it was a nice break, but it felt terrible. Like I wasn't like
it's a break you didn't want, but
exactly.
Okay.
I'm not like watching videos or swiping and then storing up flash memories of a face or something. I was like, I care nothing for this endeavor. Prozac and olanzapine. Maybe I gained 30 pounds at least, and I didn't get boners for like 3 months. That's what happened on that, and I was like, well,
maybe this isn't for me.
I don't feel any less depressed. I think this was a no. And the fucked up part is that you're supposed to give it the time.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, week 1 no boners. All right, week 2 no boners. Okay,
week 3 what is boner? Boner. How do you spell boner?
Bonar, it's like sonar, but for
is BONAR question mark?
Dude,
question mark?
Should invent something called the Bonar sonar.
Yes,
that'd be a good sketch. But it's like, okay, week 3 no boners. All right, how long am I supposed to let this run its course? Oh, about a month and a half. Okay, judging off the history that just happened, what the fuck are the next 5 weeks going to be?
I'm in my 30s. I haven't had a fucking erection for forever.
That's not good. It's not like you're on your decline.
No,
you're still. No,
I was hyper active in certain ways. It's hypersexual sort of.
I mean,
or maybe average. You don't really know because guys don't talk about their actual fucking mental connection with their sex drives and what it does to them and stuff enough, and that needs to be explored more.
It does
in therapy. It needs to be asked about.
Well, it needs to be explored because if I could convey that and
Yeah.
have that conversation with someone, I would. I don't really know how to, because we're right now on air trying to connect the dots of why I'm not as adamant in the field or adamant about being in the field as I should.
I don't think necessarily. I just think like just knowing that you can be might be enough. So I need you to know that you can be.
I know I can.
There's nothing wrong with you. You just kicked fucking drinking, and it's been over 4 months now.
Yes, it has.
And you did it, and you're doing it kind of like my brother and maybe my dad did, in that you are taking what you're taking from the program, but you're not spending all your time in those programs so that you become latched to it and therefore latched to the stories of all these people and stuff. You're working on you.
Exactly. And I tried to actually explain exactly that to my mom.
Was she worried that you weren't
last night? Well, a little bit.
Staying with it?
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
It was more like she was like, well, maybe you could go to some meetings sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, I could. And she was like, well, are they not a priority for you? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really think they are. It's like if it comes to a point where I feel like I'm gonna be going to meetings, I'm gonna go to meetings, right? But then the other side of the coin is like, well, you should be going to meetings. Like, you're not gonna know you need a meeting until it's too late. It's like
It's not true.
That's kind of fucking bullshit.
That's fucking total bullshit.
It is.
And especially if you round up a mental health team, like get a new team or whatever, you don't need that shit as much. If you feel it'll supplement you, but if it's no longer about the drinking,
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't need to like harp on other people's drinking stories and drinking guilt and all that, and because you'll be in your head, you'll convince yourself that you had a bigger problem than you did. You had a problem, you addressed it, you probably were super proactive. That's why I give you a lot of props, because you got almost a whole decade on me on drinking, like that. You can develop all these habits before it's like your depression shoots down all these things that you haven't done yet, that you haven't tried yet, as like soothing like hobbies and stuff, not habits. So that is why I was like secretly envious, because I'm like, what would that have been like at 23? That's great.
Yeah.
But you did it, and you didn't destroy things. You didn't truly destroy things, and you're going to be around in those meetings with people that have truly destroyed, and instead of like, well, at least I'm not like that, you're like, oh, I could have been like that, and you attach yourself to that. Or
even worse, you're like, I am like that.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter that happened to them, because it's not you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it could have been your story, because you assured that it wasn't.
And see, that's my kind of philosophy and mindset with it, and it has. And so it's been somewhat difficult, or a little, difficult. It's been difficult to go to those meetings and things, because then you hear people that are like, oh, you know what? If you're questioning whether this program's right for you, or you're, hesitant, that was me too. But then I found my higher power, and I gave everything up to God. It's like,
that's if you're not like
I'm not gonna,
a big believer in the God, like, it's harder. Like,
it is.
I believe in that. There's connections between people and stuff, and that has to come from some force. And it could be God, and I'm gonna give it up to God. We're giving it up as due, but for getting me through something that I chose to do.
That's me. That's me, right? It's not fucking.
I don't even getting me through mental illness is one thing, but getting me through gambling when I gambled too much, or getting me through I didn't I'm gonna give it all up to God. How fucking powerful is this person or this God that there are 300 million people in the United States, 7 billion people in the world, and every minute thing that's prayed for is going to be answered in a way, in some fashion. If that's what is out there, that is fucking amazing, and we should be talking about that more. That there's 7 billion people, and he cares about your alcoholism that you developed by a brain, though, that he pushed out of your mom.
Yeah.
Through his divine powers of gravity and such, or whatever.
Here's my holy dick.
Yeah.
Here's
fucking ridiculous.
Here's a hot take. and I've just kind of put this together now, and I'm going to try and see if I can emulate it or describe it as the way I thought of it. I think that the difference between doing AA and doing, or a program like that, or subscribing to this alcoholic belief is that what they try to do in the program is take away your, like, the logic side of it and trying to think about these things.
Yeah.
If you remove that, it then becomes a lot easier to attribute these things to one individual aspect, one individual entity.
That you were faithless or something?
Yeah, that you were faithless.
That even if you had
selfish.
faith that you were selfish, it was a moral failing.
Exactly.
It's not a moral failing.
It's all those things. So
I mean, unless you stole money to fucking drink all the time.
Which I did.
You did enough, but like,
I mean,
you were young.
I did. There were moral failures. There was a lot of mistakes.
I lied about stuff that was related to gambling, not really drinking.
Oh, fuck! I just had it. I think it's probably proved for people that were alcoholics, and it's on an individual basis, right? And they even allude to this in, like, the big AA book. It's like, there are people out there that can, keep sobriety without this program. But, we don't really think there's a lot of them because, we got it going on over here.
There's a shitload of them.
There's a ton.
But I bet there's even more that start the program, get something out of it, and get the fuck out.
I agree.
Because that's what it's fucking designed for. Otherwise, they don't have enough space for all the people that need to go there.
Yeah.
Because there's way too many people that drink more than a little bit.
And I think you never... fuck it. There's like, we don't compare each other. 99.98% of the other people in those programs were way more fucked up than I was.
Yeah.
Way more
older, fucked up.
More mistakes. Harder drugs. Whatever it may be.
Oh, in the AA or the rehabs?
In both.
Oh, the rehab ones is like, it makes sense. Like, which was probably more helpful for you, a condensed thing, than the AA was.
I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because of that, in their situations, they might feel more of a need to have this program to help them piece together their fucking lives. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I need that. And here's the thing. What I just said, if I said that to other people in the program, they'd be like, you're making a mistake. You were... I'm sorry you think that's the case, but like and people literally say, I've heard it from other people that have shared similar sentiments to me. They say, we need to save you. Like, we're going to save your life. It's like, whoa, man. I don't think this program...
They need a purpose. That's why they found some sense of purpose. And they're latching on to their purpose. But, which is great, if they've also healed their drinking and they're not feeling like compelled or deeply compelled, I should say, to actually act on desires to soothe with alcohol.
Yeah.
And if they're go seek outside the program, maybe therapists or something like that. Because I just think like
soothe as well. I mean,
exactly.
I think
you can do all of it. You just have to know what each piece is doing for you.
And it's to each their own. So, I'm starting to feel, what we're talking about. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with the idea of like, okay, I can go to meetings if I need to, if I feel the desire to. I can stay in contact with my sponsor.
Feel like stopping
if I want to.
Yeah.
I do a weekly like step study meeting where we talk about shit, and it's good because it's a reminder that like, I did all this shit.
Did it start off as weekly?
It is, yeah.
It was always weekly.
It's always weekly, so it's like once a week.
Because I know you were doing like heavy in the beginning, which was good. It was transitional,
Well, that was like a different program. That was good. That was like a couple times a week.
Yeah, no, it's like you're doing it the right way, I think, because I saw this happen within my family. I didn't see it with my dad because I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
But with my brother, like he would like I went to a ceremony for him. It was like his 100-day thing. By the time like the next year, by the time it had been a year, like he didn't go to those fucking things anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's just.
And you're like even ahead of that.
But
there's no comparison.
No, and that's the thing though. And
it's like sometimes it kind of is.
What's killing me in the back of my head is right now is the only reason I'm thinking it is because someone's put their fucking. It's like a bird chirping in my ear that's like. Yeah, but you realize what's going to happen if you don't go to meetings.
You're not going to do drinking. You're not going to do anything wrong.
Yeah, but that's what I truly believe.
You're not going to help anyone else that you would have met in that program.
Yeah.
But that's assuming they would have turned for you for help, because someone's like already trying to get after you for help, but way too early. Like, when you're still healing, you have nothing to offer unless you give everything of yourself and have nothing left for yourself, and then you're fucked.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so how does that help you?
Which is what I already went through that shit with a buddy of mine who actually, he's a good guy. I like him. I never really went into rehab thinking that I was going to make friends make strong connections.
It's a temptation.
It's temporary.
It is, yeah. And they put the fruit in front of you.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, tempting fruit. And it's like, when you're there, you kind of need that. You can't really do that shit alone. Yeah. But people, and I can see it in these two other guys. And I don't know if it's just because I'm built differently mentally, or I'm just a different individual. There's probably some truth to both of those.
Yeah.
But it's like they haven't stopped like being in the program. It's like they've just continued. It's like, okay,
they needed more. They just needed more than you.
And I had a buddy. One of the guys told me, he's like, man, you're like, I'm so proud of you and so jealous of you. It's like a role model. So you're doing all this stuff for yourself personally. It's like I'm just doing shit that I need to do. It's not that hard. I'm trying to.
You were on a certain track, and then certain unforeseen things happened to make you go off a track.
And now I've gotten myself.
But one of those was fucking like coronavirus.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have been as home as much, thinking like, fuck it, I'm just gonna have 7 beers or something, or I'm gonna drink this and smoke this, like, if not for being at home. But you also weren't like blaming it on coronavirus. You're like, I have a problem, I gotta go to rehab. Like, I was like,
the coronavirus absolutely exacerbated it.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where it
provided the impetus for you to destroy things.
It also provided me an opportunity to have that shit come to my face and be like,
me too, man.
Okay, you do have a problem. Do you want to deal with this now, or do you want to keep perpetuating
mine was just like, oh, if I get a little taste of money, I'm not fucking as depressed.
Patrice has to pee.
Okay. So Patrice, welcome back from your piss. I piss as well, same time. We cross our swords.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, and it won't be the last time in a post-RBG world that we cross our swords, urinating with you wearing a mask on and me maskless, my mouth out, watching your eyes that are almost as luminescent as mine. Minus a little bit of deadness because my meds are better than your meds.
Dude, your meds... Well, fuck you, man. My meds mess with me more.
Probably. That's why. I had a dream. Go ahead.
You had a dream?
Yeah.
That black people and white people can jerk off to the same porn without having it be weird?
Be in harmony. All right.
Dude, your eyes, your pupils are big right now.
It's because I'm fucking rolling this week, man.
I know. I am too.
Yours are big too.
I know. Dude, are we
manic?
Dude, we're manic as fuck!
I'm always manic when people die.
Me too. It's like, oh my god, this is so crazy. What's going to happen?
Chaos.
Am I going to die? Oh no, I'm not.
I did think the other day I was just like trying to wake up or going to sleep or one or the other, and I was like, you're making a lot of progress, but you're going to die.
And then Linkin Park starts playing, wake me up! Wait, no, that's Evanescence, sorry.
Yeah. What's the difference, man?
Save me!
One still has a singer, I guess. So I had a couple dreams last night, and one I was like on a road trip with my childhood next door neighbor Nemesis.
Oh,
it was very fucking weird. I don't remember where we were going, but I just remember there being something wrong about it.
Yeah,
probably because he was a fucking sociopath.
That you shouldn't be there.
No, his parents owned a person. They had that indentured servant. I think I've mentioned that before to you. I think I've said it on the show too, but they were just bad people. And I remember going to a funeral. Have you ever been to a funeral for a bad person? It's weird.
No, I haven't.
Because their mom was a bad person, and because we were neighbors, we went to their funeral, or her funeral, but I was like, man, we're going to miss the game. We missed a lot of the game.
Yeah.
Or where we taped it, I'm not sure, but it was Michigan State and Iowa in 1999. We crushed their asses. Plaxico Burress tore that shit up. And I just remember being pissed off the whole time. Like, this is uncomfortable. I didn't like this person, and I'm missing the game.
That's terrible.
My advice to you is, if you're a child, first off, you shouldn't be listening. But if you're not if you're not making the decision, if you're a teenager or like 20 or something, and your parents are still like, kind of have some influence on your decision making and like, you're like being like a cordial person, say, I feel really ill. It would be better if I just stayed home and watched the game and drank some ginger ale or something.
Yeah.
I lie to get out of funerals is what I'm saying. Because you shouldn't have to be uncomfortable for someone that you didn't love or even like.
I agree.
Anyway.
Right? It shouldn't come down to just a formality.
You're right. They're dead. Yeah. They don't know. They're fucking dead.
And
you think they're watching their own funeral and be like, oh, they're here. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, gosh.
And then you're like, wait, I'm in hell. I hung myself.
Yeah.
Because the Catholic Church says people that commit suicide don't go to heaven.
That's so bullshit.
I
feel like they're coming around on that.
Yeah, but they're probably, if they're coming around on it, they're going to be picking and choosing. They're like, all right, how'd he do it?
Well, yeah. I feel like there's probably enough priests that have gotten caught, like, diddling people that they've probably hung themselves, that they probably come around.
They're like, all right.
Well, a priest can't go to hell.
A priest can't, what do you got it's like a Auntie Annie's punch card. It's like, all right, one more priest hangs himself. They're all going to heaven.
So
what do you get on the 10th one? Other than that, do you get a prize?
Oh, suicide.
It says one get out of jail free card for diddling boys. I don't know if this is enforceable in court.
I don't think this is enforceable law here.
What if we take this to the Vatican? You think the Pope could say something? Okay, as it turns out, the Pope is actually the 10th priest to hang himself. Do we get two of these cards now?
The Pope could definitely hang himself at some point.
Dude, what if the Pope hung himself by like the long drapes that are in front of the Vatican? And
yeah, they really need to trim those things. The fucking
these on endangerment to the
like
papacy.
If you get cancer and you're like the Pope, you're and it's like bad, and wouldn't you just be like, I'm punching out? Like I'd sacrifice all my life. I'm trying to like enjoy being the Pope.
Yeah,
I'm 73 years old, and you're giving me fucking terminal whatever cancer.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna live for 3 years. Fuck this.
Fuck that, right?
Drapes. Right to the drapes.
Also, here's poking a hole in your fucking Catholicism story.
Yeah.
The Pope is God's source of power on earth. God's a fucking bitch. God got cancer.
What?
Come on.
God didn't get cancer.
If the Pope is the source of God's power on earth, and the Pope gets
like
cancer.
It's like the He-Man sword.
It's be like, oh,
the Pope
God.
is He-Man's sword.
Man, God. Oh yeah, Pope Benedict the 21st. He's got CPD and lung cancer. God should have stayed away from those fucking American spirits.
Spirits and vapes. You gotta use Vatican spirits.
Vatican spirits, dude.
Which are made from the ashes of nuns.
Yeah, they're like Vatican spirits.
But the bad nuns.
The bad nuns, so they're extra crispy.
Yeah, extra crispy nuns.
Extra crispy.
You wanna hear my other dream?
Hold on.
Okay.
I also think it's fucking fantastic that. Dude, at one point in time, like say 700 to 1,000 years ago, the Pope was like the leader of the world.
Yeah.
Like they didn't give a fuck about religion. They were like,
now he's not even an esquire.
No. It's like medieval esquire.
Yeah, they're not even fucking in the magazines anymore.
Pope signs off on 7th Crusade.
Yeah.
17,000 Muslims killed. 5 altar boys newly installed.
Yeah, it's in the newsletter.
Yeah.
How many people of other faiths were killed, and they're like,
power. They're like, yes, go Christianity.
Get all the jewels. Oh, we got oil.
We got oil. We've got gold. We got frankincense.
Mers, baby, mers.
God.
Did you
Mers, baby, mers.
Bring up like
Jesus Inferno, mers, baby.
Bring up the Crusades to like a Catholic and watch and go, what?
Hey, that's a part of our history.
Yeah. They had to come in. It's always like it's a holy war.
Yeah.
You can't possibly be right in a holy war.
How can you justify that?
It's really only the holy wars and the materialism from in the past. It's not really there anymore to an extent. I mean, Vatican still looks like it does, but what are you gonna do?
They declared themselves their own country.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome, and we fucking let it happen. We're like, yeah, you got it. Oh, what is?
Oh, so wait, the Catholics have their own country, and the Jews have their own country, but no one else gets their own
Nah, fuck
lands.
you.
That was not a good plan.
No, not a good plan. Oh, what? You make your own country, and hey, get this. I'm
The Arabs can't have it.
I'm the Pope, my own country, and I want a special thing of gods that are gonna guard me all the time. And guess what? We're not even gonna call them the Vatican God. You wanna know why? Because we're gonna call them the Swiss God. Because I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's the Swiss God.
They're called the Swiss Guard.
They're called the Swiss Guard. They're not from Switzerland, and they wear blue and yellow clothing, and they're not from Switzerland.
Is it like Star Wars shit?
It's
like those red...
It's like the red guys that guard the Emperor!
Only your hatred will make you stronger.
Only your Catholicism will make you holier.
Wait, I love it. Okay, this...
Sorry, second dream.
So, there's this guy in my one of my fantasy football leagues, and he started a podcast. I think it's just about the league and social stuff. So it's not a competitor by any means.
Yeah, if he is, he sucks.
He sucks. But I think I want to destroy him, and so when you afterwards you're gonna make fun of me and you're gonna be like, "Oh, you loser."
I'm typically gonna make fun
Yeah, of course. But I see the resolution of this dream as my attempt to destroy him via my dreamscape.
Okay.
I go to the movies with him, and he puts some moves on me, and I'm like, "Hey, man,
whoa,
just so you know, I'm not gay."
Is he gay?
No, but he was in the dream. So I rejected him, but in a cool, woke way where I wasn't like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?" I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm not gay." And by the way, if you're hit on by a gay guy, especially if they have had a lot to drink, that's probably not gonna be enough.
They're gonna want your dick.
You might want to just be aggressively like, "Look, I respect your choices, but fuck you. No, yeah. I'm not interested."
And if they cry,
maybe not to fuck you, but
if they cry or like, "Oh, you hate me," it's like, "Well, I hate your advances on me because you're kind of molesting me." Yeah, and I don't want to say it's because you're gay, but it's because you're gay.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I didn't mean that last comment, man.
Yeah,
gay people. I think I've told this story before.
You had a gay neighbor.
Well, he was bi.
The guy was super gay.
He was super gay.
That's fine. I like it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
Because he hit on you. Because you're pretty.
Thanks, man. I mean, you're a good-looking guy yourself.
Yeah, fine.
No, you're a good-looking guy.
I had more confidence in keeping gay guys away from me, sexually, than you did.
What? How is that a comparison?
Right, I'm saying that they make it further up the thigh with you than they do with me. That's all I'm saying. There's no knock on you.
Maybe I like my inner thighs rubbed, and it has nothing to do with sexuality.
Yeah, I know, but it's got a little bit to do with sexuality.
No, it's not.
Theirs. Your reluctance to have sexuality.
Am I enabling them? Am I leading them on?
Yeah, you are. Those eyes. Are you kidding me? Those eyes?
I don't know if... I really want to say this story right now about this guy in treatment came on to me and told me I'm just going to say
you're friends with him and you don't want to?
Well, no, I'm friends with him, but in treatment, when I first met him, he was like, he ended up having to come out. He had already come out. That was no fucking secret.
Yeah.
But he ended up having to be like, "Hey, you're usually the type of guy I go for. I've been fascinating about you." Or fantasizing about you.
Fascinating about you.
Sorry. I've been fantasizing about you, and he came out to me, and I was like, I had to shoot it down, but I did it in a really nice way. But it was the right way to go instead of being like, "Oh, you fucking queer" and all that shit.
Of course you wouldn't say that. You're not an asshole.
No, as it may be hard to believe sometimes. I'm not.
No, but here's what you do. You go, "Look, buddy. Take his hand." Fucking throw it back at him. 1, we're in fucking rehab. 2,
don't put that shit on me.
I'm not gay.
But most important,
3, if I was gay, you were not my type. Fucking shut down. Drive into the drink.
I don't know. Number 3 is oh, well, he said I'm not his type, and he said he's not gay. But if he said I'm not his type, then what is his type? If he were gay,
I'm gonna find him. Just theoretically, yeah. I'm gonna find him a boy.
Don't put that theoretical shit out there, because he's gonna take that and run with it.
He's gonna take it and sit on it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So basically, my dreams are. That's my revenge, I guess. In the dream.
Revenge was shutting him down.
As a gay man, was gay version of him We went to the movies,
Yeah,
and then I moved one seat over. I was like, "It's okay though. We can still watch the movie."
This movie is more important than your sexuality right now.
Yeah, it must have been like something like an event movie, like
You're
Tenet
seeing like
or something.
Fast and Furious 4.
What is Fast and Furious 9er or 10er or whatever?
Fast and Furious 69.
69. Yeah.
It's Fast and Furious movie, but they casted only LGBTQ WXYZ characters.
Yeah, I felt like I would have had a better answer to what movie was coming out. It would have been something that's out now or in the next 6 months, but you don't actually know what's coming out.
Yeah.
Because like
everything keeps getting pushed back.
They're pushing it back.
Tenet hasn't been doing that well at the box office.
No, because no one wants to go. We're not gonna risk COVID for like.
I might.
No, but I mean, like going after
like
work and going at 7 o'clock and like 50 people in a 75-person theater. That's not happening like it would have.
No, that's very true. I'll go on like a Tuesday afternoon at like 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
or even earlier.
You know what they should do is show election coverage in theaters. Just fucking pack them in, baby. I want some fucking Sour Patch Kids and just jam them in my fucking mouth.
Just be like,
let democracy die before our eyes.
And it's like a preview. Ruth Bader Ginsburg dead, and everyone's like, yeah, I can't wait to see that. It's like, dude, it already came out.
This is a fucked up year. It is a
fucked up year. I bet. So before the end of 2020, I bet we get some sort of. Okay, beyond the massive hurricanes that have already hit the U.S.
There have been a lot of tornadoes.
There have been tornadoes. I want at least a tsunami, and I want one nuclear reactor to break down.
In the world. Just not one. America or anywhere where our listeners are. Greenland.
No.
The Greenland reactor will melt down.
The Greenland reactor will melt down and make the land not so green.
What are the Greenland ice? You know they called Iceland so people wouldn't come there?
Like, it's was like Iceland. A paradise. Yeah, what should they have called it? Like fucking
paradise. Virgin
Island. Oh wait, those were already a thing.
No, like island of hot people.
Island of hot people. Where it's no island of ugly people. Don't come here.
Yeah. The island of the unimagined.
Yeah, you know your sister. You fucking hate that bitch. Yeah, she's here. Don't come. Just kidding. She's been fucked like 20 times. She broke the record for how many schnitzels in one mouse.
How many schnitzels in some ouch? So tomorrow, what is tomorrow? I want you to be able to announce what tomorrow is.
Tomorrow is the
beep.
Yo, it's the 300 episode we're getting laid. We got clips to say and we got characters to play. We're gonna break it down for you real quick. We got me and Andy on the mic and we're rubbing your clit.
And Wendy's our trick.
She's gonna suck her cocks. We're gonna touch her boobs. We're gonna talk about shit and we're gonna bust some moves.
And we got a piece by Will the Thrill with a pseudonym I haven't come up with yet.
How about Will?
Haven't read it and won't until it's going on air, so I hope it doesn't have any slurs at all.
Slurs are cool, but not for our audience. We gotta be PC and gotta stay on top of shit, because that's how 2020 is, and you can't say stuff, because then people shoot you down, and then you're fucked.
We also don't want to say slurs anyways.
Just kidding. We don't say slurs. At all. They're not cool. Not even if you're joking.
No, don't say I'm joking.
But for tomorrow, we got a 300th episode. For our really hardcore listeners, I'll let you know a little secret. During our 250th episode, it was your girl Wendy, that bitch, me and Andy, and we kind of like foretold a prophecy that Patrice was gonna like get laid or have some sort of physical action with something that's not his hand. That hasn't happened yet. So I know if you went on the under.
Always take the under with us.
Always take the under.
Don't take the over/under on an actual game with a point total, but over/under 1.5 women betted by Patrice by episode 400. Take the under.
Yeah,
because he's gonna meet a nice girl
by episode 400. I'll take that bet. Episode 300, man. If you,
I'm not betting money on your sex life for your. I would bet money.
I would bet money on my sex life.
I wouldn't bet money for your sex life.
For my sex life.
Yeah, I'm betting against it. That means 1.5 would be what I would say in the next between 400, which is only that's like 3 months. 4 months.
So you're like putting me. You're like, oh man, I bet you can't do it.
It's a win. Everybody wins unless it's too much money. Because if I bet like $10 and you meet a girl, you fool around, you have sex, but she ultimately one of you decides that you're not the person, she's not the person.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
You got back on the horse, so to speak.
That's one.
And then you meet someone else, you come with them.
That's two.
You get a girlfriend, and you win the bet.
And you win too.
And I win too because you would be happy.
Or
you only bet one.
And I fuck you over.
No, it doesn't fuck you over because...
Well, it fucks you over if you bet 1.5. If you took...
Yeah. No, if I bet 1.5 and I take the under, that means 1 or 0, I would win.
Which...
So I would bet on the under.
I probably would too.
I know. That's why I would take it. Because I feel like you'd be like nervous.
I wouldn't bet on the over. I'm not that advantageous.
We only scratch the surface of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Why, like, you're hesitant.
Yeah, there's a lot more to unpack there.
We're going to unpack it later.
I think we should.
Tomorrow? No. But 300, if you have any ideas for us, if you're listening and you happen to hear this before tomorrow,
hit us up.
Hit us up, degeneratenation@gmail.com, Instagram, Degenerate Nation Podcast, Degenerate Show on Twitter, Degenerate Nation Facebook, or Facebook is Degenerate Nation Podcast and Degenerate Nation. And finally, if you're interested in more heavy content like Patrice episodes, we go deep.
We do, and I love it.
Or you're more into like quick bangers like me and Wendy like to do with our silliness.
Or if you
find us on Patreon.
Yeah, hit us up on Patreon.
Degenerate Nation on Patreon. We'd love to hear from you because we've pumped out $2.99 and we're not stopping. I'm talking Christmas Day I'll do one, fucking Halloween, fucking Thanksgiving.
I'll do one Christmas. Even if we have to do it
Zoom,
David Zoom. We'll be in some Zoomas.
We're zooming on Christmas.
Masturbating
on Christmas Eve.
I got high on Christmas Eve.
You got high on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, one time. And my cousin bitched out. He was kind of a pussy.
What happened?
Well, he was like, we were smoking out of like a water bottle, and I had like a little ratchet piece, and I like lit it for him at the window, and he was freaking out. He was getting all anxious, and he like took a tiny hit, and then he blew it back into the room, and then he was like, oh god, I can't do it, and I was like, you fucking bitch, and I took the rest of his.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, bye.
Beep beep beep.